Welcome, everybody, to beautiful Miami and Hard Rock Stadium, site of this year's Capital One Orange Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals, for the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the Miami Hurricanes. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. First down, looking to throw the football. And the ball is picked off. Not much on the return, but the important thing, the takeaway snuffs out the scoring for a big play.
What a job by this defense. Really confusing. The quarterback jumped in front of it, and they come up with an interception to get this game started. The question I have, Chris, can this quarterback, with all this hype, put that one behind him and get ready to play a good game the rest of the way?
And there's the handoff. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
As a design quarterback keeper. Couldn't quite get there, brought down at the 2. The Razorbacks come to the line with 1st and goal. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
And they'll set up with the PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away.
Set to kick this one.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to create a big play here. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. offense retakes the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Hogs. Well, the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. He'll toss it to the back. Breaks loose at the 45. And bulldozing his way through. Forced out of bounds after a big game. This offense set up for the first down. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. No pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side. Able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down.
They'll try the option play here. The back's got it on the pitch. Finding some room at the 25. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
The Hurricanes are in the red zone. Here's the option play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Offense thinking touchdown, not field goal, facing a 3rd and long from the 20-yard line. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He makes the grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Kicking team on now for the extra point. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And the Arkansas offense back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? He just throws the ball away there. Nobody open. Excellent coverage. So after the incompletion, it's second down. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Receiver makes the grab.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Caught quickly. Gets into space at the 50. That is a big play. Finally brought down at the 44.
Boy, nice throw here by this Arkansas quarterback to be able to pick up big yards and a first down for the Hogs. And Chris, they've had some great ones over the years that could distribute the football. Ryan Mallett, Tyler Wilson, Clint Sterner, just to name a few.
Finds room at the 30. They finally get him down, but an explosive play. The offense in business now at the 24.
Just a good job up front by this offensive line, getting a hat on a hat and be able to give this running back from Arkansas enough room to get upfield and pick up that first down. Nice play.
And the Razorbacks are looking to keep this drive going. Looking to throw it on first down. Down he goes. A sack.
Well, I love this defense and how they're playing some man coverage. And let's face it, when you do that, it's a bit risky. You can leave your defensive backs out there on islands, but the good combination of good coverage with a good pressure on the quarterback, and you come up with sacks like this.
They look to throw it here on second down. On the run, he'll let it go. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
Breaking tackles. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So behind the 6, second and long from their 14. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Goes to his right side there for the completion. It's a nice game. He'll move the football up to the 27.
Defense kind of lost a running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That's a big hit at the end, but they earn a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Has the first still on the move. Steps out of bounds, but not before a huge gain on the ground. Well, we thought we'd see that world-class speed flash at some point today, Kirk, and there it was.
There it is. It's a thing of beauty when he gets out into the open field, and I thought he was going to take it all the way to the house. You got to give these defenders some credit. Yeah, they gave up a big play, but what you love is they didn't give up and just let him walk into the end zone. They were able to bring him down. Let's see if it pays off for them in these next few plays.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They'll change the pre-snap look now.
That's the end of the first quarter. For Arkansas, 14, Miami, 7.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. And tackled there by the defense.
That's a much better job by this quarterback of working through his progressions. We've seen him earlier try to force some throws, trying to make a big play. This time, works through his progressions, checks it down into the flat, and picks up some positive yards.
Quarterback in the shotgun here on third down. He's got it right near the end zone. He steps out of bounds, but more than enough yardage to set up first and goal. And the Canes will line up now. It's first and goal. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. And he scores! Touchdown, Hurricanes! Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. And Kirk, it's beginning to feel looking like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly. And they're doing so with such high stakes. Answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Here's the point after attempt. And he knocks it right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. Got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Receiver in motion now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Makes a quick grab. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. A tough situation for the offense. 3rd and long from their 25. Let's see if the defense brings some heat here. Dropping back. We're going to throw for the 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Takes it out to the 44. That's good for a 1st down. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on 3rd down, get him the ball.
And he's past the 45. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. And he makes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Now the important point after attempt. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the return starts just inside the end zone. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Miami offense is back on the field. Each offense has been clicking, scoring touchdowns in their last possessions. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
Well, they don't make the completion here. The timing seemed to be off between a quarterback and a receiver. But, man, this defensive coordinator, you may want to consider getting more pressure on this quarterback by changing some things up. You've got a lot of time back there to throw the ball, and eventually that's going to cost you.
This time, a completion. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
I love how this quarterback is finding this slot receiver. Not only is he tough to handle, but it's what he's doing after the catch. He has such wiggle and quickness. He's tough to bring down, and you see more positive yards after the catch here.
Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Quick throw, testing the middle. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Just a great throw and an even better catch here by Miami to be able to come up with a big play for this offense. Oh, my gosh. Just an embarrassment of riches when it comes to Miami in the wide receiver position. You could say not recently. They had some pretty good players, but you go back, Michael Irvin, Andre Johnson, Reggie Wayne, Santana Moss. I just could keep going and going when it comes to the Canes.
The Canes will have 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw yet again. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Intercepted in the end zone.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. It reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Running with purpose.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Now it's 2nd down here. And he'll set up to throw. Lets it go quickly. And it's complete downfield. And he goes down after a huge gain. This offense is clicking now.
Boy, the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do right from the time he got the snap. The receiver was able to create some separation almost immediately on that corner route.
Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. Just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. That's a pick and a long return before finally being taken down.
Well, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up 2nd down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception in the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. And it's incomplete on the overthrow. Just too much on that ball.
You know, I like the quarterback's patience here, and instead of trying to force the issue and squeeze the ball into coverage, he just decides to just basically throw it away and live for the next down.
Fires it to the wideout. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over, and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Trying for a 4th down completion. Defense is coming after him. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
1st and 10 play coming up. Offense looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the catch. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Just a good job here by the quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
And completion makes it 2nd and short. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. And they make the stop to get the ball carrier down. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points. But they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
4th down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Fourth down and 2 coming up as they try to keep the drive going. From the shotgun, drops back. Quick throw to his receiver. It's complete. What a grab.
This receiver has just that combination of speed and natural ball skill ability to be able to come up with play after play. Already over 50 yards here in this first half.
So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left.
Timeout, Miami.
The Razorbacks come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on 1st down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Touchdown, Razorbacks. This offense is still clicking. That's just nice execution. Quarterback and receiver perfectly in sync that time.
Yeah, you can see why route running is one of the most underrated attributes of a receiver. It's easy to get caught up on their ability to catch, their vertical, or their speed, but nothing substitutes for someone who can create separation like this before the ball's even thrown.
And the point after is good. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Just time enough for one more play in the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. And it's incomplete. Trying for a big play there as time runs out in the first half. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
14.
The Hurricanes will kick this away to get the second half going. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Arkansas offense back out on the field. They get the second half started with their running play. Breaking free at the 35. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The old toss play, man. This is a play that used to be so popular in college football when teams ran out of the I formation. Nowadays, you can pretty much run the toss out of almost any formation. But the key is still sealing the edge, whether it's your tight end or your offensive tackle. Got to seal the edge to be able to allow your back to get to the corner.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Catch is made. Room to run here. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Hogs. No chance to catch him.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
With the PAT, it's a 3-touchdown lead, 35-14.
Arkansas 39, Miami 14.
Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team pins him in and brings him down. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. The Canes will hustle to the line to run the hurry-up offense.
You know, each receiver brings something a little bit different to the table, Chris. To me, the outside receivers, usually a little bit longer, taller guys. You get those slot receivers in the inside. Not only can they make the catch, but they have quickness to make plays after the catch. Great example of that right here.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. It's complete. They get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And he'll drop back here on third down. Fires it to the wideout. And the senior quarterback puts a little bit too much on the throw. Still down by double digits in the third quarter. They're going to go for it on fourth down. Looking to chuck it again. Quick throw to the left. And he finds a wide open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. The Hurricanes looking to keep this drive moving.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On fourth down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Second down, we're going to throw it. It's a quick grab. Tackled after a 3-yard gain, so it sets up a 3rd and 7. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He makes the grab. They make the first down, brought down to the 31. And the Canes come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on third down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping his drive alive.
The Canes are going to cash in here in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Looks toward the sideline, finds the running back. Touchdown, Canes. This quarterback on fire today. They're set now to try the PAT. PAT cuts it to a 14-point game, 35-21. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back.
Miami, 21.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over.
The Arkansas offense will take over. First and 10.
And the Razorbacks offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Snags the quick throw. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Now, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Two backs now flanking the quarterback. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26. The running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. He's moving out of the pocket now. On the run, he'll let it go. He's got his man wide open. An explosive play across midfield all the way to the 41. They attack the deep middle of this defense. Come up with a big play.
Nice job giving that quarterback time to throw. Good job of making that read to the middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
First down, looking to throw the ball. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Good adjustment here by the defensive coordinator. Let's face it, it's been a tough game so far for this defense. They've given up a ton of yards and touchdowns through the air. This time they figured out a way to affect his timing, and they get the pressure to hit him before he can make another play.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Quick throw over the middle. Finds the receiver wide open. Tackle made after a big gain.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
Big chunk play. This offense operating at peak efficiency. Ball handed off. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Well, they don't block the defensive end to show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. The reception gets him at 7 yards with 4th down coming up here.
Great job here by the defense. 3rd down and long. You drop back in coverage, keep everything in front of you, force that quarterback to have to check the ball down, and then you rally to the football to force this 4th down. Great job here by the D.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Pre-snap motion from the offense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And the ball is hauled in. And they stop him just short of the end zone. The offense set up with a 1st and goal now.
21.
And the Razorbacks trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. That's a design quarterback keeper. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Arkansas. That's a crucial touchdown for the offense, padding its lead now here in the second half.
Yeah, you get into this second half, you start to count possessions and how big your lead is. Now that you're up 2 possessions, you can start to play really smart football, not just on offense, but on defense as well.
And they'll set up for the PAT. Extra point up and good. A 3-touchdown lead now here in the final quarter.
That makes the score Arkansas 42, Miami 21.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Comes the Miami offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Catch made on the right side.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, these guys got a long way to go in a short amount of time to do it. So let's get the ball downfield and let's get out of bounds to try to preserve that clock.
The Hurricanes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up.
Boy, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs. The Canes begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. There's a shot toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown for the U. They'll set up now for the extra point try. And it's up and good. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Arkansas offense is back out on the field now. And here's the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. You're late in the game. You got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line. Run that running back. Make sure he protects the football. And you got a great chance at a victory.
And, of course, they'll work the clock here, keep it on the ground. Get some space around the 30. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And, Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
They'll hand it off. Zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They're moving the receiver now before the snap. Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw that time. And now 3rd down coming up. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Makes a quick catch. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
Oh, big hookup here. They're forced to throw the ball on 3rd down, and the connection's going to keep this drive alive, and also, more importantly, just keep that clock moving.
Contact as he threw it. Makes the catch downfield. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, Razorbacks. Quarterback gets tapped there, but Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We are through the opening round of this year's playoff, and now the pressure is mounting in the quarterfinals. A matchup between one side that's had time to rest and recover, and another team that's battle-tested, already off one playoff victory. As we'll see the number 7 seed in this playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. Only one team here can keep their championship dreams alive. Team out there, we're ready to rumble for this college football playoff game. He'll return it from inside the 5. And he's brought down after a solid effort on that return. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. They're going to run it here.
Well, we've seen this from this defense all year long, the ability to stop the run, and they get things started here on this first play of the game with being stout up front.
Getting set. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. On the run here, lets it go. Finds an open target on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
We see this all over the country now in college football. Defensive backs staying back a little bit deeper, forcing the quarterback to have to throw things in front. I like the decision here by the quarterback because he gets positive yards. It's a good way of staying ahead of the chains.
Try and muscle for the first down. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Interesting call here by the offensive coordinator. Shows you the confidence that he has in his offensive line and running back, with the defense in great position to negate this play and bring up a fourth down.
So instead of trying to pin the opponents deep with a punt, they'll go for it on fourth down. First drive of the game. Quarterback drops back, looking to scramble. Fires it on the move. Finds his man, has the first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
In the clear at the 25. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back as good as we've seen all year with the ability to accelerate through the hole. Positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game is that interior.
And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So 2 losses in a row puts him in a tough spot. Third and very long. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And he'll loft it to the end zone. The pass is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
First down here for this offense. He'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking for his big tight end. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. Think about it, over the last 8 or 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
One play already to the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Scanning the field, it's Brown. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
On third and short, the offense coordinator has his entire playbook open. You could run it or you could throw it. Either one's available. They chose to go through the air here. They're just not able to hit it.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. He's got it. Enough for a first down. Brought down at the 40. That'll be a first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Enough for the first, but still going. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What an extra dimension to this offense when you can pull a quarterback design run and not just pick up 5 or 6 yards, but a big gain and a touchdown. This guy is special.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
So a tricky situation here. Third and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down. Georgia getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. He'll look to throw it here on second down. Oh, and he dropped it. You do not see that very often from this guy. It's going to bring up third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
On third down, he drops to throw. Looking right, this one caught. Hard running there, breaking tackles. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Chris, there's a lot of pressure on this offense here early in this game. They're down early, third down and long. Nice job of protecting. The last thing they want to do is have to punt this ball away. So instead, quarterback has time. Nice throw, and it's a first down.
And they stopped him, but not before. An explosive play. Moves the ball all the way to the 32.
Really nice run by the back, but I want to give credit to the offensive line there. They were able to pave the way for the first down.
They'll give it to the back. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Defense will make the stop. It will probably be the final play of this opening quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Fakes the handoff. Looking to throw. And the pressure gets home. It's a sack.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, and Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set as some of those greats.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He's running out of time here. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. Hold on a second. The replay official has signaled that he wants to have another look at this play. Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field after the review. The play was stale. And the extra point was up and good. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start from the 25. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Caught on the outside. It's strong.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to three receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Toss play to the outside. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to throw. It's Brown. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
Look out, he's got some space. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Boy, this quarterback is hungry for the end zone. That was not a short run. Guy put his running shoes on and took it back to his Pop Warner days, showcasing that agility for the long touchdown.
The extra point gives him a 14-7 lead. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. Bulldozing his way through those tackles. He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Still going. It's a foot race. They finally get him down, but not before a huge return. Almost took it to the house. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Now it's third down and long. They would hate to waste this great field position. Back to pass. It's Brown. Quarterback escapes the pocket. He lets it go on the move. He fires this throw. It is intercepted. Not just the pick, but a big return sets up the offense in good position.
It's third and long, so as an offensive coordinator, you can either play it conservative or trust your quarterback and take a shot downfield. They elect the latter, and it ends up backfiring.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field, trying to build on this lead before halftime. They got off to a slow start, but they've gotten it going. Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. This middle linebacker can play all over the field. That's time they bring him in the blitz, and he gets home.
Yeah, usually you think of this middle linebacker. He's kind of a sideline-to-sideline player defending the run. But here, the timing and the instincts as a blitzer coming right through the middle of that offensive line, and he gets to the quarterback.
Tries to get it to the running back, and the receiver snags it. It's complete. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
They finally bring him down, but what an explosive play that time. Well, they finally corral him, but he was untouched at the line of scrimmage. Kirk just burst through a big crease.
I'm going crazy on my defense.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dogs. Now the all-important extra point. With the extra point, the lead is 14. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Scanning the field, it's Brown. Gets rid of it on the move. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Stopped at the 36. That's good enough to move the sticks.
That's a big first down for this offense, and it's not been a great day so far, but maybe this play can get them going. And keep this in mind, Chris, because they started the game with the possession, they will not get to start the second half on offense, so they need points right here.
Caught quickly. Brought down, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 49.
Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think back how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the more efficient passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardale Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith. And
looking for a deep completion. That's the third pick tonight thrown by this QB.
Wow, what a play by this safety. Sometimes you'll see not willing to play much cover two because they're concerned about the safety and coverage. But in this case, man, he played it perfectly, read the football, and made the interception.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. First down, looking to throw the football. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. That completion makes it second and medium. And the quarterback dropping back. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
There's a nice sack by this defense, something that they've been looking for. They've been on their heels most of this football game. That time they were able to get after the quarterback and bring him down. Let's see if that can provide a bit of a spark, see if they can get a little bit of momentum going their way.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Goes to his right side there for the completion. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is finally made, but it's a huge gain all the way to the 48-yard line.
Oh, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, nice accurate throw, but I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Georgia setting up for the 1st and 10 now. To throw, it's Grant. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. This one is broken up, falls incomplete.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over him that time.
Man, the defense was all over that play. Just left him almost no room to work after catching the ball.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Looks downfield and finds a receiver who worked his way wide open. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
That's a great job of working the middle of the field by this quarterback, and he picks up big yards.
The Dogs line it up with 1st and goal. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia. He just goes up and over the pile for that touchdown.
Man, that's some serious vertical by this running back. A well-earned touchdown on the goal line.
And now the try here for the extra point. The extra point is good, and they stretch the lead a little bit more. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Looking to pass. It's Brown. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Finds room at the 30. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
This is just a great job of understanding situational awareness by this quarterback. Nobody's open downfield, so instead he decides to buy a little bit of time by scrambling, gets out of the pocket, and he gets to the sticks and just gets the first down.
Gain moves the ball to the 37. Another first down. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Yeah, I'm surprised he dropped the ball here. This tight end is known for his hands. The ball's put on the money. Somehow it just goes through his arms.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. That's a design quarterback keeper. He's got the first down and more. And just like that, in one play, they've moved to scoring position at the 23.
Man, now that isn't running back's dream. I don't think the guy got touched until he got taken to the ground. It's just excellent blocking. There's nobody he had to make miss or use his stiff arm. Just a lot of open field.
Looking to throw it on first down. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Pre-snap motion from the receiver. After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. Muscles across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Sam Bam Cunningham, Bo Jackson. That's a play that legendary running backs have made.
Man, let's not forget Herschel Walker. Yeah, it's right. You're thinking of old school running backs. It's very rare to see backs go up and over at the goal line. It's refreshing. Nice to see.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. Still a 2-touchdown deficit, 28-14. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback. They'll start at the 25. Looks like one more play here before halftime. Back to pass. It's Grant. He's going to take off. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. It looks like the hands team are able to recover the football. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. First play of the third quarter is a handoff.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Throws to the tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. That's a crucial score. Let's see if they can build momentum and complete this comeback.
Well, I know they're still trailing, but that score is a great first step in trying to break down this lead. You don't want to leave it all to the fourth quarter when the pressure really intensifies and you have limited time.
And they tack on the extra point. Getting set to kick the ball off now. He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone.
Oh, man. In situations like that, just take a fair catch or a touchback. Now you've hurt your offense by giving them poor field position.
And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And that one's picked off. What a play. Return to pick six. Touchdown, Buckeyes. How about that, Kurt? A defensive touchdown to tie this football game.
Well, you only get a handful of those in an entire season. To be able to come up with that in this game to tie the game is just big time by this defense, and it gets them right back where they need to be.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the third period. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick six last time out here. Here's a throw underneath the tight end. A big hit by the linebacker, able to knock him down.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice game.
Back to throw. It's Grant. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. They can't slow him down. Oh, and it's a fumble. Looks like the defense has it.
Well, that's why you do ball security drills almost every single day in practice. You just can't put the ball on the turf like that. But give credit to the defender for the hit, because that's what caused the fumble.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. It's a blitz look here from the defense. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage yet.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in his playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he's got his man open downfield. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
Boy, what a throw and catch again by the Ohio State Buckeye offense. You think about how Ohio State has been able to really grow over the years. Go back and think about Chris Carter back in the 80s and Joey Galloway in the 90s. And, of course, most recently with Garrett Wilson and Chris Olave, Jackson Smith and Jigba. So many great receivers, and it's been fun to watch this young man today.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Gonna run it. It's Burns. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Now it's 3rd and short from the 24. One of those line of scrimmage battles that could help decide this game. Dropping back, it's Brown. Almost intercepted again. This defense flying around today. Almost had a 4th pick.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board, and now the offense has a chance to kick a field goal by that missed opportunity and dropping that interception.
The offense already has 1 4th down conversion. Can they do it for a 2nd time? From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. But it's incomplete. The defense makes a huge 4th down stop.
This is the chance you take here as an offensive coordinator and a play caller. You go for it here, you draw it up perfectly, you think this is the right play, and then the execution is not there. So the defense catches a break, and they get the ball back to their own offense.
And the Bulldogs offense is back out on the field. Receiver in motion now. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking to make a play deep downfield. And he is wide open for a huge gain.
But they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
So just 1 play, and they're just shy of midfield now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. Second down after that run on the previous play. Pre-snap motion from the offense. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. It's a fumble. Oh, and they pick it up. It's still a live ball. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, Bulldogs. They go in front here in the second half.
But you talk about avoiding a disaster. That ball is on the ground, free for anybody to pick up. The offense picks it up, and not only that, they take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
PhD is good, so they're up by a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return starts from inside the 5. Will be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Last possession, they went for it on 4th down, but got stoned. Let's see what they can do this time. Nice grab. It's Reed. And he breaks the tackle on the way to a solid gain there.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. To the air. It's Brown. Pressure is coming. The defense gets him, but it's a first down. Shows you how dangerous he can be scrambling.
I'd really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice first down.
Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Strong. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Nice throw and catch here for the Buckeyes. And you know, Chris, it's hard to think of a time when Ohio State didn't have an efficient and prolific quarterback under center.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. He pulls it in for a big gain. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line.
I love plays like this when everything just kind of comes together. It's like an orchestra. Offensive line giving the quarterback enough time. The receiver works from the left all the way over across the formation to the right. And the quarterback with that time puts the ball right on the money. Well designed, well executed here for a big play for this offense.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just throw it away.
Man, I like this play. Not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to throw again. Looks left and finds his target there. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
And they get some positive yards here, but just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
Dropping back, it's Brown. Trying to extend the play. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They make the stop just short of the first. Looks like inches to go, and now 4th down. The Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down. That's a design quarterback keeper. He's got some room. Can he get there? He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Chris, how about the offensive coordinator here trusting his quarterback to be able to make a play on the design QB run? Knew he'd take care of the ball and get positive yards, and he did even more. Comes up with a touchdown.
Now here comes the point after attempt. The PAT is up and good, so we're tied up here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the powerful Georgia offense is back out on the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? QB decides to keep it here. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Well, I think we can all see how tough it is to control this guy under center today for this defense. But they did a nice job of keeping him contained. But they've got to stay focused. They can't get lazy because we could see him breaking one any moment against this defense.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense facing a 3rd and long from the 28. Got to have your pass protection in order in this play. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and we can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
Inside the 45. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Dogs. And they take the lead in the fourth quarter. Simple throw, all the yards after the catch. Explosive play by the receiver to score.
Just a dynamic, athletic playmaker. As simple as you said, Chris, just throw him the football, he makes a catch, and then all the fireworks are after the catch, and this defense just unable to corral him.
DHC is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped with the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. Let's see if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. Back to throw. It's Brown. Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled short of the 30, but that's good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And looking to throw now on first down. Makes a quick grab. He's found some room at the 45. Tackle finally made, but it's a big gain. Moves the ball to the 48.
Boy, really nice throw here to the slot receiver, and I love the quickness that he has after the catch. He's essentially a running back playing at that slot position. That's how dangerous he is after he makes a catch.
Running back grabs it on the screen. And the tackle is made, not the big play that we're looking for, but a pretty solid game.
Good time here to drop this screen in by the offensive coordinator, and a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. The pocket breaking down. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. He's tackled immediately, but not before a gain that moves the ball to the 25.
The thing I love about this play is the quarterback put this football where only his guy could come up and make a play on it.
The offense getting closer to a game-tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Boy, really nice job by this defense. Not only do they pressure the quarterback and get after him, but I don't think they tipped their hand with their coverage. They actually waited to the last possible second to bracket this receiver, and it almost paid off for an interception.
And it looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Already got the first down, but looking for more yardage. Forced out of bounds, but a nice gain there, and the offense will have a 1st and goal.
Well, I really like the call here by the offensive coordinator. The defense is thinking, of course, pass with the offense trailing here in the fourth quarter. And the OC, he just dials up a QB design run. Quarterback gets a first down and gets out of bounds.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. 1st and goal. To throw, it's Brown. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Now, this defense is so caught up in all the wide receivers, they forgot about the running back. He's not just back there running the ball. This guy's involved in the passing game. A nice throw and catch and a touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. The PAT is up and good, and we are all tied here in the final quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. And the Georgia offense is back out on the field. An inside give now from the shotgun.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held her just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays in 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Oh, and he's free down the left side. Can they run him down? Finally tackled down at the 17-yard line. Now this offense in great scoring position.
A big play here that gets them down into the red zone. They're not thinking about a field goal, I assure you, Chris. They're trying to get 6 points.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's finally tackled out the 2-yard line. Well, they feed the fullback here, and the big fella with a solid gain there.
Yeah, there aren't a whole lot of college offenses that still display a fullback. It sure is nice to see a guy that not only can block most of the game, but occasionally get his hands on the football and get some positive yards.
They'll run the option. Touchdown, Georgia. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Give credit to this offense. They work some clock, they eventually get the ball in the end zone. Now they've got the lead. You kick the extra point, and you hope your defense can hold on so you can win this game.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the 4th quarter. The kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. He's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. Here we go. They need a touchdown. They got some time to work with here. They got to be precise and manage the clock wisely. The pass rush closing in. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
We go backwards on 1st down, so it's 2nd and long from the 19. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Tackle made after a big gain. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now, and he'll be the first one to tell you how much his teammates have helped him out today.
Caught on the outside. It's Strong. And he makes his way out of bounds. Good thinking there. Clock is stopped.
You know, here in the fourth quarter with the lead, and you're the defense, I don't mind giving up some completions, but you can't let these guys get out of bounds and save the clock.
To the air, it's Brown. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. What I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this quarterback and this receiver is just a thing of beauty.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Grab down the middle. It's Baker. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there. And the offense takes a timeout with 15 seconds remaining.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and get some positive yards.
Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Looking for the wide out. Another interception. Wow, that's his 4th tonight. Not much on the returner, but they create the turnover.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
A pop pass on the jet sweep. And the freshman brings him down quickly. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger and the challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team